You know, for the first time in what feels like forever, a basketball season is going to end, and a name we all expect to see on the list of the league's best just won't be there. We're talking about an Iron Man streak, a run of pure greatness and endurance that has officially, and kind of shockingly, come to an end.
21, just let that number sink in. For 21 straight seasons, he was a lock, a constant, from the second he stepped on an NBA court as a rookie, until right now, LeBron James had been named to an All-NBA team. It was a record that honestly seemed unbreakable.
But this year, it's over. And not because he's suddenly not one of the best players in the world. Nope. It's because of a new rule, a number on a page, and just the tough reality of having a 22-year career. So what in the world happened here? Let's get into it and break down exactly how one of the most incredible streaks in all of sports got stopped dead in its tracks. It all came down to a pretty normal Tuesday night game against the San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers announced LeBron was out, dealing with some left foot arthritis. Okay, but here's the kicker. That was his 18th missed game of the season. And that number, 18, is everything. It officially made him ineligible for any postseason awards, including those All-NBA honors he's gotten every single year of his career, until now. Right, so this isn't just about one injury on one night. This is about a massive shift in how the league is deciding to recognize its best players. And it all boils down to this new thing, the 65-game mandate. So what is this rule? Well, on the surface, it's really simple. It just started this season, 2023-24, and it says that if you want to be considered for the big awards, we're talking MVP, All-NBA, you have to play in at least 65 regular season games. The whole idea was to fight back against load management and make sure the stars are actually on the court. But, well, the consequences are turning out to be a lot more complicated. And as you can imagine, this has fired up a huge debate all across the league. Is this rule really the right way to fix the problem? Or is it a huge overcorrection that's causing a bunch of new problems? The coaches, for one, seem to be split right down the middle. So on one hand, you've got a guy like Spurs coach Mitch Johnson. He says, look, the idea behind the rule makes sense. You're trying to incentivize guys to play. Being available, grinding through an 82-game season, he sees that as a skill in and of itself and something that should be rewarded. But, and this is a big but, even Coach Johnson admits there's a serious flaw. He said it flat out. It stinks for players who have these amazing, incredible years, but just get unlucky with an injury and don't hit that magic number. It basically creates a world where a player's whole season can just be thrown out because of a technicality. And this really gets to the heart of the whole argument. Lakers coach J.J. Redick suggested a different path. He thinks it should be more of a guidance for voters, not a strict, hard and fast rule. You know, let the voters decide if 58 absolutely dominant games are worth more than 66 pretty good ones. But that's not how it works. Right now, the rule is absolute, no exceptions. Which leads to the biggest question of all, right? Does a rule that's so black and white completely ignore all context? I mean, what about a player who is so unbelievably dominant in the games he does play that he's clearly one of the best in the world, no matter what the total game count says? And honestly, we don't even have to imagine this scenario. It just happened. Take a look at Victor Wembanyama's season last year. He only played in 46 games because of an injury. But in those 46 games, he led the entire NBA with a ridiculous 3.8 blocks per game. A lot of people thought he was a real candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Under the rules we have today, he wouldn't even be eligible. His name wouldn't even be on the ballot. And look, this isn't just about LeBron or a what-if about Wembanyama. This rule is having a huge impact right now in real time on this year's awards race. It's sending a ripple effect across the league's biggest and brightest stars. I mean, just look at Luka Doncic. The guy is a top all-star vote getter. He's clearly in the MVP conversation, but he's already missed 11 games. That means he can only miss 6 more games for the rest of the season to stay in the running. All of a sudden, every little injury, every night off for rest, comes with these massive consequences for his legacy and, frankly, his wallet. So all of this brings us to a much bigger, more complicated conversation. The league wanted to solve the load management problem, but you have to wonder if they just created a brand new one, a direct clash between a player's long-term health and their short-term legacy. And it really leaves us with this final nagging question. In this effort to reward just being present, are we actually at risk of punishing true greatness? Is the ultimate measure of a historic season no longer just about how amazing you were on the court, but about hitting a simple, cold, and totally unforgiving number?